Hey guys, welcome back to No Recipe Required. This is Dave. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful mushroom risotto. Alright, so first step on the mushroom risotto, we've got a pan over medium heat, medium to high heat. And I'm going to add some shallots. I've got about, I'd say one diced shallot here. I'm going to let those saute a little bit. And then I am going to come back and add in some garlic and the risotto rice. Okay guys, so here I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. Now, I hate to use this canned or jarred garlic, but frankly that's all I've got. Had some in the fridge, need garlic in the recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and add it. I'm going to do a little pinch of salt in there, and then I'm going to add the rice. Now, a Beaulieu rice is what you use for risotto. I'm going to add, I've got two people, my wife and I were not super hungry. I'm going to add probably two kind of heaping fistfuls, 3 or 4 small ones. It actually goes a little bit farther than you think because it gets kind of puffed up and expands quite a bit as you cook it. I like to add it to a to the dry pan here with just the shallots and the olive oil in there, a little bit of garlic, so that it toasts a little bit. That is one of the nice ways to develop some flavor in it, but then it also releases some of the starch as it cooks on later on. So I'm going to let that go. I'm going to stir it. You don't have to be super aggressive with it, but stir it every once in a while. Make sure it doesn't burn, it doesn't stick. You can turn the heat down too. That's going to go 3 or 4 minutes until you'll start seeing the rice change color a little bit, and then we'll start adding our stock. It's important to take, I've got a bowl of chicken stock here on the flame as well. It's important to add hot stock to the hot pan, a little bit as you go. So as you're doing this, make sure your stock's already going and is up to temperature. Okay guys, so we've been toasting our rice, or our rice and shallot in there. Now normally I would add some white wine here, but I actually just looked, I don't have a bottle of white wine. So what I'm going to substitute is actually the juice of half a lemon. I'm just going to squeeze that in there. Try not to get any seeds. I tried to pull them out. If you get them, just pull them out. Now the important thing here is just get some acid in the risotto. And citrus like this does just fine. So go ahead and do that. If it was wine, I'd add it. I'd let it reduce down until it was almost gone. Then I would start adding my chicken stock. You want to go in kind of ladle by ladle, and this is also where I'd turn down the heat to just a simmer, probably medium to medium low. And then really you just kind of keep doing this. You add enough stock to cover the rice, and you stir it. You don't have to, you can walk away. You don't need to be crazy attentive to it. But you're going to let it go, get about that much liquid in the pan, and then let it reduce. The rice is going to absorb a lot of that liquid. It's also going to start releasing its starch. And you just repeat this process. It takes about 20 minutes or so to get the rice to the right consistency. It's obviously hard. It's going to become softer as it cooks. And then once we're just about to that proper doneness, we're going to add a few more. We're going to add a few more things and finish off the risotto. Okay guys, so we've been cooking the risotto now for about 20 minutes, and you can see how much it's expanded. Water evaporates, and obviously the rice kernels expand. You cook it until it's just got a little bit of firmness as you taste it. Then we're going to add a few different things to finish it off. And most of the stuff we're going to add is thick, or will thicken it. So it's okay if it's a little bit loose now. So first thing, I've got a little bit of Marscarpone cheese here. I'm going to take probably 3 tablespoons or so. I'm going to add that and start stirring that in. Then we're going to add about an equal amount by volume of Parmesan cheese. I've got a few sprigs of thyme here that I'm going to pull the leaves off of, mix those guys in, and you can essentially turn the heat down to as low as it goes right now. Get those leaves in there, get everything stirred, and this is obviously going to add a nice creaminess to the risotto. Mix that in. I've got then some mushrooms that I've sauteed previously and cooked down. I'm going to add those because it's a mushroom risotto. Obviously, risotto is a recipe you can take 1,000 different ways depending on the ingredients you want. And even this, you know, if you love mushrooms, add more mushrooms. If you want just a few, put only a few in. I'm going to stir that, and again, you can see it's kind of thickening up. Some people will add butter. I frequently do. Today I'm going to keep it a little bit lighter and leave the butter out, but by all means, if you wanted to put in a few pats of butter here, that would add more richness, again, you know, deeper, darker flavor. Then the secret ingredient is a little bit of truffle oil. This is, a little bit goes a long way, and it's not a cooking oil, so you just add it at the last minute. I'm going to go ahead and stir that in. You can also, another option is to, you know, plate this up, drizzle a little bit of that truffle oil over the top at the last second. I'm going to cut the heat off, and we are ready to serve. Okay, like I said, we are ready to serve up, so I'm going to go ahead, put my risotto in a pasta bowl. It should not be, you know, it should not be too stiff. It should be fairly loose. You should be able to move it around. Beautiful garnish. I've got a piece of Asiago cheese here. Parmesan would be fabulous as well. And a cheese grater. If you go ahead and just slice a few pieces of that right down the side, arrange them as you would. A little dash of parsley would be fabulous as well. You get a little green on the plate. And there you go. Beautiful mushroom risotto. Take care, and I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.